Oh, what's good? Support the NPC. You can hear me, right? Hello, hello, one, two, three. Today I'm gonna bring ASMR. Shh, relax. I just wanted to say, you're really pretty.
Dude, put that thing away! They're like children here!
Shigaraki versus Mahito.
The symbol of fear versus the human disaster curse.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle. Tenko Shimura was just a...
I'm gonna say this right now. Sometimes I'm not gonna believe what these guys are gonna say, because like after that Goku vs Superman thing, well, okay, that's a bad example to begin with. But yeah, something like but that for example, right? When it comes to power scaling, I'm not gonna take that power scaling too seriously. I'm just gonna go based on the things that I've seen. So if you don't like what I hear or what, but I doubt I'm gonna say anything. So I'm just here to see if these niggas are cooking or what. I don't know personally, so I'm gonna just shut up.
sweet, shy boy who loved superheroes.
But sometimes the hand of fate can't abide sweet shy boys.
Ruthlessly beaten and abused by his hero-hating father, Tenko pushed beyond his emotional limits until he activated his inherent superpower, or quirk.
It wasn't something cool like flight or super strength. In his terror, he accidentally killed his whole family. Well, except for dear old dad. That one was intentional.
Alright, so they got decay, the abilities. This is what he has so far. Decay applied through hands and feet. Okay, city wide range. So basically, if you leave inside, he'll disintegrate us. Disintegrates physical matter. Skills with energy attacks. Oh, that sounds pretty broken. Not gonna. This guy has fear aura. So every time that nigga just comes by, he's just like so every time you look at that nigga, then you just shake him when you just see him like
Footsack.
If not for that dorky ass costume. I get it, hands are his thing, but come on. They just look so dumb and fake.
Oh, those aren't prosthetics. Those are real hands. From his family that he killed, attached to his face, and explicitly commanded to be left there by his mentor so that he would never forget his rage.
Okay.
yeah.
While his use of
Decay isn't even limited to whatever he's touching. Anything that touches something he's decaying also decays.
spreading like an all-consuming miasma that can wipe out anything from an enormous tower to an entire city.
If decay reaches you, your only hope is to isolate the body part that is disintegrating before it gets to something vital.
Shigaraki was a terrible leader, quick-tempered, short-sighted, and, well...
Cringe! Oh, he's just so cringe. He uses gamer lingo unironically. He whines like a baby when things don't go his way. He's the kind of guy who would say normie in real life. In front of normies.
These two rivals, the inheritors of their master's blood feud, would push themselves past their own limitations.
By the way, I know what happened in the ending of My Hero. I'm not gonna spoil it, but Deku start looking good for power scaling.
He personally battled the monstrous Gigantomachia for a month and a half straight, and conquered other villain organizations to create the
Hey, nigga was fighting for a month. That's crazy. I never knew that.
Uchiko's experimentation vastly increased Shigaraki's strength, speed, and durability, enough to match and surpass even All Might's absurd powers.
Sharing All Might's power between them, Deku and Bakugo were able to punch an island-sized hole in a cloud that reached 24 miles into the sky. We've calculated that before to be nearly 80 million megatons of TNT, almost as much as the meteor that wiped out the dinosaurs.
And Shigaraki can now move fast enough that his body produces hypersonic shockwaves and can even catch laser beams.
And he's tough enough to survive Star and Stripes Intercontinental Ballistic Cruise Punch! Now the new name for Mapina. sicko megastorm. Anyway, they'd also made a blast so big it showed up against the curvature of the earth.
Though he might seem invincible, when Shigaraki's body is pushed hard enough, he will evolve into a state of uncontrollable power.
So Decay became? Oh shit, more hands!
Shigaraki can spontaneously generate flesh into existence, seemingly oceans of it in an instant, whenever he wants. He can even use it as a type of armor to defend himself in close combat.
But that's nothing compared to Ujiko's greatest gift. Shigaraki wanted to be the new All-for-One, so what better way than the old man's quirk?
All-for-One's quirk, All-for-One, allows its user to steal and store quirks with just a touch.
And All-for-One has hundreds of them stored up, collected over the years.
Each quirk is connected to a memory of its user's essence in the form of a spirit, a vestige.
And like a piece of their soul. They exist in this kind of psychic world in Shigaraki's body, and can even act as
I didn't know my hero was like this.
And with those vestiges came quirks like super fast healing, air blasts, radio waves, flight, telekinesis, teleportation of others, and the ability to track foes.
He can even combine multiple quirks together, like in this big-ass electric Kamehameha.
However, any vestige stolen or destroyed will also remove that quirk from Shigaraki's repertoire. They're also sentient, and some can even fight for control.
Which is when the second shoe finally dropped. Because Shigaraki also got All-for-One's vestige, that means All-for-One was now in possession of a shiny new body that he'd spent the last 15 years molding for him to take over.
Shigaraki's entire existence was planned from the beginning. Why? Because All Might's previous mentor was Nana Shimura, Tenko's grandmother.
Oh, that to mess with All Might. That is some next level hating right there.
He manipulated Shigaraki's entire life, all for one purpose: to create a.
I'm sorry, I'm busy reading here. They say defeated Bakugo. I mean, makes sense, though. Like, what was Bakugo gonna do against this nigga Shigaraki, dog? Fucking loser. All I have to say is, Mahito also, he's a deep nigga. He also got all this shit. He got superhuman physicality, partial invulnerability, invincibility, combat adaptability, cursed energy, black flash. Hey, bruh, binding vows. You know binding vows, boy. They're deep. I say, just look at Sukuna, boy.
Which makes curses insanely hard to get rid of, like ghosts, cockroaches, or my ex.
That's the latter.
This lets Mahito squash, stretch, and shape-shift his body into literally anything he...
I do transfiguration. Yeah, this is the one we are here to talk about. This one, this is a deep power. So, off the bed you can see soul manipulation, shape-shifting for often. So, if you guys don't know about this nigga Mahito has this other deep ability that can, like, basically this nigga touches you, dog. He touches your soul, he can shape it, dog. Like, that shit is actually broken, bro. So now that nigga, imagine you, it's like me, imagine if I touch you, dog, I can turn you into, like, a dick. I don't know why, dog. I thought of that, dog. We're just gonna move on. Okay.
Should he touch a human, though, his alterations to their body are instantly fatal.
And
Should he touch a human,
boy.
though, his alterations to their
Hey, Joe, look at this nigga, dog. This is crazy. So imagine, Joe, this nigga turns into a sword and you look like this, dog. Boy, you have a whole ass, Joe, stick, Joe, coming out of your mouth, dog. This is absolutely insane, dog. Could never be me.
Their body are instantly fatal.
And since he's attacking your soul, those physical wounds are gonna be impossible to heal.
Even if his alteration isn't directly fatal, the human body won't last more than a few moments in a transfigured state.
Oh, that with one touch! God, I thought herpes was bad.
His powers mean Mahito treats humans as effectively disposable dolls that he can gleefully experiment on. The more casualties, the better, especially if he gets to break your spirit first and watch you suffer.
Even more twisted is when he combines two transfigured humans together for soul multiplicity. Essentially a giant torrent of body horror flesh that he repels at an opponent. Yeah.
Mahito is unbelievably creative with his application of idol transfiguration, and despite being a newborn curse, consistently keeps experienced sorcerers on the back foot.
It helps that he's a quick study who's picked up a number of different curse techniques, like the Black Flash.
By applying cursed energy within 1 microsecond of an impact with an enemy, space itself will distort, exponentially amplifying its force by a factor of 2.5.
Not only does this hurt like a mother, it restores your curse technique and gets you fully in the zone.
And would require reflexes moving nearly 1,000 times the speed of sound. It's no surprise then that Mahito also unlocked the pinnacle of sorcerer techniques, the Domain Expansion.
Oh shit! More hands! A domain is like a barrier of cursed energy, but if you're...
You know, I'm beginning to understand why these two are meshed up together now. Well, obviously because of the similarities. Well, I wouldn't say similarities in powers, but like they both have a fetish for hands. I just noticed that right now. This is why they're fighting. These guys have a fetish for hands.
Caught inside, Mahito can use idol transfiguration instantly without even needing to touch you.
It's called the self-embodiment of perfection, the ultimate expression of Mahito's absolute control over his victim's body and soul. The only time it ever failed was against the student sorcerer and Mahito's archenemy, Yuji Itadori.
Because not only was Yuji a barf-inducing goody little two-shoes who believed in the inalienable rights of all living things, blah, 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 he also had a curse inside of him. The king of curses, Sukuna, which meant Mahito's ability affected both souls in Yuji's body. Sukuna didn't like that.
You can now turn Figma designs into...
Okay. Landed a Black Flash in a microsecond, transfigure 1,000 humans in Shibuya. Survive standing gorgeous unlimited void for 0.2 seconds. I mean, Gojo had no choice. Maybe there's a full one. Come on, we don't know it was Chad. Take numerous black races from Yuji and Todo. True. Slammed Yuji and created the ground. So basically, he ain't shit. He's not looking good for Mahito. The way the stats are, they show you. But hey, man, like I said, there's battles sometimes, dog. They don't know, dog. They just be seeing things, dog. No disrespect, but like, dog. Sometimes they don't know what they're talking about. Defeated enemy. I mean, I wouldn't say defeated enemy. Ultimate Mekomaru, Nobara, and Todo. I mean, he crippled them, but like, other than that, he only had like 1 W. Yeah, 1 W. The rest was just like, wrong place, wrong time.
Taste of the almighty curse, Mahito was...
Think of a big black man chasing you!
Shut up.
Alright, the combatants are set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
It's
Time for death battle! Hey, they're fighting in Shibuya. Oh shit. Oh shit. It's Mahito.
I'd heard of a powerful villain stalking these parts. My organization is going to tear this putrid world down around us. We could use a freak of your talents.
Little old me? Do I want to be king of the social rejects? How about I bring them your head instead?
Fine by me. Let's call this your audition, Sikkim.
Okay. I don't know if this doesn't I didn't mean to pause. Okay. Use the no moves to attack. His hands are now moving. It's not easy. It's not over.
Actually, just see that. God, how lame!
Audition over. Did I get the part? Decay.
First enemy. Left flash. The second fall.
Domain expansion.
Let's try. Ooh, animation though.
Scared little boy.
Hey yo, I not go back to the way they animated that shit. Hold on, check that out. Check. Hey, one thing I can appreciate, man, is like niggas who can do this kinds of crazy animations. Animators, though, for real, are the real soldiers, dog. Salute to all animators out there, dog. Y'all are the real heroes, dog.
I can read your soul. You're just a scared little boy whose daddy is mean and wants to make it everyone else's problem. Grow up.
Mahito is check for you.
Hands off my masterpiece.
Huh?
I felt yours.
Wait. I don't want to nitpick in everything matter, dog. Why is the domain like this? Why is it this small, dog? I'm just asking, why is this small? Because like we saw how big these niggas were in there, but now all of a sudden in the train is small.
I felt your soul too. You only hate humanity because you were born that way.
Huh?
Totally random.
Hey, so you're running!
For a reason. You grow up.
What did I say, Wiz? Like a bitch.
With their complex power sets, this match was a puzzle to figure out, which is why we're breaking Tomura Shigaraki.
Next time on Death Battle.
W video, not gonna lie, that was a good video. What can we do? I'ma like this one. Okay. I'm not a My Hero fan, but like, I'm not gonna lie. I wanted Mahito to win. I ain't gonna front you know this shit because I'm just a hater for my hero. But other than that, though, hey man, WB, animation wise, everything, it was nice actually. I'm not gonna lie, the animation was solid, though. Like that battle, though, I remember back in the days when they used to be posting those Mugen type characters, but now they're doing hand drawn and all that shit. So yeah, that would be video. with that out of the way, man, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you guys like, subscribe. We trying to hit 1,000 subscribers by the end of this year. You know what I'm saying? Without so yeah, with that in mind, I hope you guys have a good day, and yeah, I'm gonna catch y'all the next video. Peace.